Okay, so let us start slowly until some other joins. So I was showing something, probably we are thinking what I am showing today. It's not any movie. You see, often it is seen that people are going to present something in conference or any workshop. Then some places they want to show some video even to show their process or any other activity. And it is also noticed often that the such video doesn't work properly due to the compatibility issue. Prepared in one computer, in his or her computer it was working, and going for presentation another computer is given, system is already set up, they are need to present, and when going to present probably the media player is not installed or not supporting, different issues are there. Moreover, that is in another file. You need to come out from your presentation and then open your video file, show this like that. So why to do all this? You can do such thing in even LaTeX. Okay, such thing here I was showing. Say this is one from some video, and this is one I developed. This is called animation in LaTeX. This is just one file and one page even. You might be surprised that how it is happening in one PDF file, one page PDF file, such things are happening. Let me try to share this file with you so that you can also view it. Open it. Just it's a one page document, but of course size is very large. Let me try if I can send it. Yes, it seems it has reached to you. Yes. Just open this in any PDF reader. You will see such thing at your end also. And let me know if you are getting such movement there. It's playing good. Now you see what I did. Of course, we are not going to discuss detail about this, how it is done. But if I show you this coding of this, you can see, you might be thinking that it is very big coding, very complicated coding, all these things I did. But if you see on this screen, this much coding only. Okay, if you see only 13 lines of coding, 13 lines including two commented lines. So in practice, there are only 11 lines for developing that thing. Only thing is, since it is animation, I suppose you know what is animation. It is combination of several figures, where figures are little bit different. So here it contains several figures, still figures, not any moving one. So first one, here you can see, here 1 to 58 numbered are there, means there are 58 still photos for the first one, and the second one 0 to 35 means total 36 still figures are there. Now why I am showing this one, many times you need to visualize your process when explaining something, presenting something, you may need to visualize your this. And what you do, generally you take video. So if you make this is in your presentation, it is done in Beamer only. Beamer presentation, it is done. So if you do there, this will be another additional slide. When this slide will come, you can show and you can explain, you can write your text also. Unlike other videos, lot of editing will be required, but here as normal document you do, and here I just included figures. Those figures series I mentioned. Now here instead of include graphics, here it is done animate graphics, and some other things are there, and this series of figures this is mentioned. So many things can be done. This is, of course, I am not going to discuss as I mentioned. So I suppose already 22 participants have joined, so I can start formally. So today we'll start with drawing figures. Before that, I am telling this is if you can understand, if you can go logically, it is not tough. But in general, of course, it is a high level part of LaTeX. Now, let us see how we can draw figures. Often we need to draw figures, particularly in academic, in science and engineering, lot of figures are required, and such elegant figures can be drawn in LaTeX. You need not to use any other external software or paintbrush or Excel to do this. You can do here very elegant one. So how this can be done here? For this, LaTeX needs TickJet package. This is another package, TickJet. So in TickJet, under TickJet package, figures are drawn in the TickJet picture environment. Now it is one inline environment. So for numbering it, labeling it, this TickJet picture environment can be put in the figure environment because it will produce figure. So you can put in the figure environment. This is this general structure I am showing first. Begin figure. This is as usual. Begin figure, then caption of this figure, label of this figure, and end figure. In between, what I have, only thing is I am doing begin TickJet picture now, not for inserting figure from external files, but to draw here itself. So we are not going to use here include graphics, means from external file, but we will draw. So we are doing TickJet picture environment. Then we are using scale. Scale means if you have drawn in some by some sizes, all this you specified some line 5 cm, then another maybe say 3 cm, and after that you are finding it cannot be accommodated in your page, either too large to accommodate or too small to visualize. In such cases, you need not to redraw your figure. Simply you use scale. If you want to reduce, make it less than 1. If you want to enlarge, make it greater than 1. Automatically, your figure will get enlarged or compressed. Then inside this TickJet picture, figure drawing instructions will be given. Now, how this figure insertion instructions will be given? Say we are in this, we will draw figures using this draw command only. Very simple, draw. So how it will work? Say we are going to draw straight lines from x1, y1 to x2, y2. So simple command is draw. You can see these two coordinates are given, and what I told this range from this to this to indicate different dashes I mentioned. If you remember, single dash, double dash, triple dash. Here you see double dash from this to this. If you do, one line will be drawn. Okay, some registration issue probably there. We will discuss this thing later. Okay. Now thing is, this will draw this line from straight line, of course, x1, y1 to x2, y2. If we need to draw or connect multiple points, say drawing polygon, open polygon or closed polygon, whatever, then we can do this thing, say x1 y1 to x2 y2, then again from x2 y2 to x3 y3, and so on. This we can do simply draw x1 y1 to dashes x2 y2 dashes x3 y3. In this way, how many points no matter we can go. Okay, automatically this will be drawn, or line will be drawn. So you can practice something at this moment. You can open some project, drawing. I don't need all these thing here to make the thing complicated. Use package TIGZ, then begin TIGZ. Okay, I for here TIGZ, then TIGZ picture and TIGZ picture. Then I can use scale also. Either I can use global scale for both axes, or I can use X scale, comma Y scale also if I want scaling in different directions. So for this case, very simply, I am taking scale 1. Okay, it can be adjusted later on, seeing your these cases. So draw, for example, let's say 1 to 2, 5 to 7. Let's see what happened. See, this line has come. Those practicing, please let me know whether you could do or not. See, this is this code, very simple one. You need to use package, include use package TIGZ, and this TIGZ environment for the time being I have not shown. As I told, you can put inside this figure environment for captioning and numbering. Then say I want to do from here to another point, for example 7 to 4. So from first point to second point to third point. You can do yourself also. Now you can see this is the line I have got. Can you please comment if you could do it? Okay, Devajyoti done. Okay, probably you are unable to see this coding. You might be required to see this coding because this is not there in your study material. So I'm just making it little bit bigger also. If you could do it, you can let me know in this WhatsApp also, so that I will be able to check in my mobile. I need not to change the screen in my laptop. Others will be able to see this coding. So please let me know. Okay, Krishna done. Okay, I think, or you can unmute and you can speak also. So let's see what other thing can be done. This is this line drawn that you have seen. What other thing can be done? Now, if you want to draw grids, grid line, grid means that is one rectangular one showing this graph that you can do using the same command grid. Now, grid means you need to define lower bottom corner and upper right corner. All may not understand, but I suppose those having a mathematics background will understand this. That bottom left corner and upper right corner. If we use then draw, now instead of dashes, simply written grid. Then grid line will be generated automatically. If you want to draw rectangle, defined by say lower bottom corner and upper right corner, now instead of dashes or grid, just use rectangle. You will get a rectangle. If you want to draw circle, then of course you need center and radius. You can do draw. This is center of the circle, then draw circle, radius equal to r. If you want to draw say ellipse, then you need to specify two radius or two radii. Then you need to do draw xy circle, but here radius will be double. If you want to draw a curve, this is very interesting. If you want to draw a curve, how curve will be drawn? That is also by straight line only. Those having knowledge of say modeling in any software, AutoCAD or any other solid work or anywhere, if you have experience, generally what we do, we can do by first drawing one straight line and drawing the dragging this straight line to make different incoming and outgoing angles. That thing can be done here, but here it will be specified. Again, same command, draw x1, y1 to x2, y2. Now this middle portion I am changing. Instead of say dashes or grid or rectangle, now from this to this. Instead of dashes, we can write 2 also. x1, y1 to x2, y2. It will be straight line. But optionally, I am telling something here. You see, optionally inside this, I am telling out equal to theta 1. Means it the line will leave point x1, y1 at angle theta 1 and it will reach point x2, theta, y2 at angle phi 1. Now when it will be done, automatically it will be a curve. Similarly, if you want curve passing through multiple points, you can define for each pair of points, you can define this angle in and out angle, and this will be in degree. So instead of going to this complicated one, you can try a simple one drawing this. Let's come to this coding again. Now say here this last point, I want to, this is out, in, I want to do something. Say here it will be living at minus 30 degree because that line was going downward, and here it will be receiving that say 120 degree angle. What I was doing. Let's see what changes are coming. Now you see this portion has come curved. If not very visible, I can make it little bit different also. Say it is 10 and it is 150 to have a nice curve. This you need little bit trial, okay, when you want to draw something. Say this was straight line. So this straight line, what I did, I changed only this portion. Now if this optional one, I omit this, then again it will come back to a straight line. So okay, for this time being, what I did, keep it as a curve. So it is not like that. Curve needs to be drawn separately and straight line separately. I have shown together. First segment is straight line, second segment is a curve. So important thing, if you feel, you can note down also. Now let's say other provisions. what other provisions are there apart from drawing straight line, grid, rectangle, and curve like that. Now, user options to draw command. I should simply use this draw command, but some options can also be specified. What type of say in this option means always it will be in square bracket. So what options we can add? Say type of end of lines. First one you see the end point will be arrowed if we use this symbol minus this greater or less whatever you say. Then if we do it is on left side, then starting point will be with this arrow marked. If we use in this way, it will be arrowed at both sides. If we use this, say what it will be, one side it is in this way, this line means vertical line, and other one will be arrow. Or say for dimension line, if you need dimension line, we can use in this way. Just let's say only one example of this. In this example itself, what it says, draw, say I am marking here. If it is visible to you, you can see this is coming arrow at the starting point because I marked this is on this side. If I do again another arrow, then it will be arrowed at the other end as well. Here I am going to show you these little modifications in different way. You can see how it is working. Those trying, please let me know if you are able to do it. Okay, Krishna could do it. Dabojiti also could do it. Good. Okay, Dabojiti is using two devices because in one to see this and another to work. Atul also could do it. Anyway, now actually I am busy in conducting this workshop all day, and after that I will try to make the thing easier for you. Okay, as much possible I will try to provide you additional material. Since I didn't include this plotting all this in my study material what already I supplied, I will try how I can help you getting this material. But for this time being, let's go slowly and practice this. So you could do it. So next, let's say other provisions what we have. Let me close this one now. Okay. Now you can say rounded corners. If there are multiple points, we can make rounded corners also. Particularly say those have from at least the engineering background, civil mechanical background, they will be understand that instead of sharp corner we can make rounded corner also, filleted. Then we can use this option rounded corners. Then type of lines we can define that also, what type of lines we want, dashed line, dotted line, all this will go with these options, comma comma, we can use this dash line, dotted line, and default is continuous line what we have got. Now we can define the thickness also of these lines. We have some predefined thickness, say ultra thin, very thin, thin, semi thick, thick, very thick, ultra thick, or we can customize also. Say line width equal to 4 point or line width equal to 3 mm. Different way we can define the width also. Let's say to define some width. Line width say 2 mm. 2 mm is good enough. Oh, it's too big, you see. Just I use this line width 2 mm. Now it has become this. Okay. Now say you may think that okay, this black color is dull, you want to give some color also, no problem, you give it this color also. You know which are these different colors, say supported by this use package X color. I suppose TrickJet support colors, still let us do this X color. Now you see this color has also been changed. I'm sorry to say, who is here, that from the first day till date, either I am getting to see a black screen or a freezed screen for most of the time, sometimes only for a few minutes. Prangshu, I don't know, it's probably uh, this is your local problem. I'm getting to hear only your audio and nothing being able to see presentation as suggested by you. I'm going through the note provided by you. Yes, as regarding as Pranshu is telling, so far she was going through my note, and for particular this portion note is not there. So if today you cannot view this, at least you can listen what provisions are there. As already I told, I will try to provide this material on this issue also, what I am discussing today. I will try to give some material. Just give me time, few days. Okay. So this is what we did. We got this colored also. Just say how many you could do it. So Pranshu, please don't worry, but it will take some time, few days, but I will help you to sort out this problem. Okay, Krishna has done. So what other provisions are coming here apart from this end of lines, then type of lines, thickness, then user defined thickness, colored already I mentioned, then field drawing. There I have shown only straight line, so there is no question of filling. If you draw closed one, say closed polygon or circle, then you can use fill also. Fill equal to F type, where F type is any of above color. You can fill with some color also. Say fill red. Now labeling figures. This is another important thing. A figure is usually needs to be labeled at different points, for example, axis markings or name of a figure. So labeling is done by this node command. Another command can be used, node at xy. This is this coordinate point xy and what to be typed. This will indicate typing a text around point xy. It is not at xy, I am telling around xy. Means by default xy will be the center point to type this a text. Now this a text, this node command, without this slash we can use along with this draw command also. Say giving some point and we can use this. Either using separately node command or using this along with points about which point something to be typed. Here also you can have some option for node, okay, which could be say above, below, left, right, above left, above right, below right. Different provisions are there. So let's see what it means, what we can do. Come back here. Say here, this is this point we did. This is my starting point. So I can do here, say start. Okay. This is my starting point. But you see what is happening? It's very thin one. I want to make it big also. Say make say bold also. So I am making this bold, or any other text format I can do, but it's overlapping with this. So I can have some option also depending say below. Means it is something to write about point 12 starting point, but it was overlapping, so I am giving some option also where to type this. Say below. If I do below, now you see it has come here. Now at the other end, if we want to something, say this is my end point, I can use here node end. Let's see. Here again it is overlapping, so I can make something also make it bold and say this is I am making towards right, means about 0.74 on the right side of this. Now you see this is my end. Okay. Now sometime you may need, okay, somewhere you need to mention some text, some labeling you may need to do, but those particular point is not there in draw command. Then you can do it separately also using this node. This say node. Now I need to specify at which point. Say I am doing at 3 comma 4 at 0.34. Say I am writing in bold midpoint. 3 4 I am writing separately because this point is not there in draw command, but there I want to type something. Say middle point. Let's see what happened. It has come somewhere here. Why it has come here? 3 2 4 at this to go there upward. Oh, sorry, I didn't use this syntax. I forgot to write at. Where to write this? At 3 4. Now if I mark this, now you see this has come here in somewhere. Now it is overlapping, so I can use some option here also. Say right. This is type something that is midpoint at right side of 0.34. Okay. In this way we can put text also. Let's see what other provisions are there. So this has come here. Now this is if you want to put multi-line text, then you can use this line break command also for typing this text, a long text, then you can use line break. If you use line break, you can give option of alignment also. Say align equal to side, where side could be left, right, or center. If your text goes over several lines, you can use alignment. Moreover, you can make this text colored also. Very similar to this, you can have any color there. Okay. Say I am making here right comma red. This text let's have in red color. Now you can see what is done. This much coding, and of course all these are not required in normal document. These are common portion. Only this portion is used to draw this figure. Now if we see other provisions, now you see some example I have shown here. and this is long one. In this way you can proceed and you can do anything. Say here it is one triangle, thickness is defined. Triangle means we need to go from this point to this point, then from here to here, here to here, come back. Diamond shape we can do in this way. Grid, already I told you, that is this is grid 0 0 to 10 10, that grid is done. Then right sign also, that's using two lines here. Cross means two different lines are drawn using two draw commands. Then comments are written somewhere. In this way we can do this. Now you can see what can be done. These two figures I am going to show from my class notes what I do. This particularly engineering students will understand what it is. Okay, this shear force bending moment, load in beams. This is entirely done using LaTeX command, and it is not very complicated one also if you go step by step. For example, say this is writing in this way. This is only straight line between 2 points specifying the in and out angle. Then this is again dimension line. This is one portion of line. This is somewhere text. This is another. In this way, it is done. Of course, it will take little bit time because you need to adjust the positions. Say another one, shear force and bending moment diagram. This is also from my class note I am showing what I show in that way. Okay. So this is about drawing figures. You can draw different way, whatever you need. Simply using draw commands from point to point, you can do this. Point to point, if you use straight way, then it will be straight line, then you can define angles. You can see how complicated figures are drawn here. Next, let's see plotting functions or data sets using PGF plots package. Now we need another package, of course. This PGF package, it is also developed based on TIGJET. So before going to start this, use another, the use package PGF. If you are using overlap, automatically this is coming also. So PGF plots package is installed. Package PGF running in backwards something compatibility issues coming. Now let's see how or what can be done here. In this, plotting is done in the TIGJET picture environment, very similar to this drawing. Same picture environment will be used. Now picture environment can be used for drawing inline figures also. If Mr. Sanjay Singh is present today, it was his question also how to draw different small size figures in paragraph. At that time, I showed only inserting figures. Now, using TIGJET picture environment, inline drawing can be done directly there. Plotting or drawing, anything can be done. Then it can be put in figure environment for captioning and numbering. Now, what will be done inside TIGJET environment? Plotting is done in the axis environment. Axis will be required very much. Axis means this is coordinate plate. Okay. If just imagine graph paper or this, what we do? We have axis. So axis environment will be used. Inside this axis environment, simply add plot command will be used for plotting two-dimensional functions, or add plot 3 will be used for three-dimensional plots. Additionally, we can use this plus sign also, say add plot plus or add plot 3 plus, for showing the intermediate points also. Only add plot or add plot 3 will show smooth curve, but if we do this plus sign, then additionally these points, coordinate points, will be shown there. Now, how we can do? In case of plotting a function, its mathematical expression is put in mandatory curly braces as the plotting instruction to add plot or add plot, in case of add plot 3. Say add plot sine x. Okay, sine x. Now x, say if I want in degree, I can write in degree. Add plot this for plotting sine x. Now this is, I'm not going to this at this moment, will come later. This is first portion, this is for plotting function. Now if you need to plot data points, you have results obtained from experiments which you need to present. Say you have data in tabular form in another file. That file also you can use directly for plotting. Either you use table command to use data from external text file, okay, or even CSV file, whatever you have, or directly you can code coordinate in the LaTeX itself. Moreover, you can put legend also through this command. Say add legend entry. What will be the legend of your this? And if you use multiple plots on the same window, then you can use simply legend command. Defined legends will be separated by comma. Let's say general structure. You see general structure, how it will be: begin figure, then end figure. This is for captioning and numbering, so caption and labeling you can do. And for plotting, what is done: begin picture, end picture. Inside that, what I told, axis environment will be used. So this is axis environment. Inside this axis environment, add plot, add legend entry commands will be used with optional such define this thing. Plotting instruction, legend, all this will go. We'll see this thing. Now we can have various user options to axis environment, which could be, say, minimum x min equal to this, x max equal to this, x level, then x level style. Different this thing can be used. I cannot explain all this, then it will take several sessions. Just let me show that different options can be used in axis environment. Similarly, user options can be given to add plot command also in this square bracket, which could be, say, domain, then number of sample points, line width, define this thing. I will show some in example, of course. Now user options to, that is 3D plot, it will be this. Now table, this is again for data plotting. Now you see this is one simple example. Okay, you can test this simple example uh, or directly I can show. Okay, very first one, you try this one. Say you can have these few lines of commands. I'll show there in where you will do this. Okay, let me omit this. Now I don't want this. I'm not using any option also for the time being. So here I am showing, I'm going to plot one simple curve x minus 3.5 whole square plus 8. This is my function I am going to plot. I am repeating, you can see this function here, x minus 3 whole square plus 8. If I plot this is this curve, it is coming, and this is what I showed here. So just see this. You can try this for, just plot it and let me know if you could do it. Take few minutes to plot. Good, Krishna has done already. Dabajiti has also done. So this is the simple one, default one. Okay, simply this is drawn, and by default what is done here, you can see this is enclosed in this rectangle. Default scale x is independent variable here, so x is taken -6 to 6, and of course y value, that is fx value, is calculated from here, and it is coming this. If I want to customize this, what I can do, say now I am going to customize this default one. I need to plot this function x minus 3.5 whole square plus 8. You see this is simple command syntax what we use for writing LaTeX document, normal way. Same way it is written. Now let's see how it can be customized. So here I have shown this customization in this way. I have omitted this rectangular box. Instead, I used this axis line and marking this label also. This is along this x and along this fx. Moreover, this range, default range -6 to 6, it is changed to 0 to 6. Now, when it is done 0 to 6, other values will get automatically changed. After that, this curve color is changed, that you can understand already. I showed how color can be changed. Color is changed, thickness is changed. Moreover, here I have written some text to show this. This is this curve. If we have multiple curves, we often need to show in this way, that this is indicates this. Then say on this, I have got, this is my some minimum point I have pointed out, and I have shown these coordinates also, which is not coming in normal scale. Normal scale here you see 0 to 5, 10, 15, all this. 8 is coming in between, so 8 is shown separately. Similarly, 3.5 is shown here separately. So how all these are done here? If you already you have this basic code, so I am not going to show it overlap. I will show here, just you go updating this. Now you see very first, in axis, begin axis, I left this square bracket empty. In square bracket you can add these lines, these commands. First you see what is written, axis lines equal to left, because in the default one rectangular box was shown. So instead of rectangular box, I am telling draw axis lines on the left side of this figure. It will do that one on this left side. Then comma I have used. What will be my x label? If you notice this x label, this is my x label, this is y label, this I am going to do. See, x label equal to, now it is in math mode I showed, so it is written in pair of dollars. X, then slash long right arrow. This is one symbol, arrow symbol, which can be generated through long right arrow. If you have gone through this study material in the equation writing, I show presented several tables. There you will get such commands. Then comma y label. Similarly, y label I have written in dollar that fx and long right arrow. I didn't tell this direction also. Here you can see, but y direction, since it is vertical, you can see in this plot it will come in vertical direction. Next, I used y mean 0. Some cases it may happen that y values may go on both sides, both positive and negative. If it is I am telling only go upward, so I mention y mean equal to 0. Means if anything coming say fx value negative, that portion you ignore, and upward how long it will depend upon this range of x. Now you see what I did. Extra x ticks equal to 3.5 because I marked some point and that x coordinate was 3.5. So I am telling one that extra x ticks means x level. So you put one extra 3.5. Similarly on y axis you put extra y ticks equal to 8. Then another thing I used, enlarge limits equal to 0.02. Now I am going to show this here what it means. See, this is extra x coordinate, x ticks 3.5. This is 8 extra y ticks. It is done for this. And this another thing was there. I used this extra large and large 0.02 relative one just to avoid this. This endpoint should not touch this table where I presented this. I maintain some gap here. So for that I get. After this, how I need to plot this. Now you say add plot. Now I am changing. I am specifying domain also. Default was -6 to +6. So I am making it domain equal to 0:6 means only positive side of x. Then comma, I use the sample points also. How many points are to be taken? Say 200. This you can see based on the smoothness of your curve. If you see you have got smooth curve, then you can reduce this number of points, then size of figure will be smaller. If you see that smoothness has not come, you can increase this point. Then I used line width equal to 2 point. I used color equal to magenta. Okay, and other this function already you saw. Then I use this draw command also. Okay, I drawn these lines with this is to show this function marking where I did. See, node is even here it is one line through 3 points. This I don't, that thing you need not to copy it everything. This is one I showed, that one line starting from here with left side arrow, it is going there, and here I use this node command at the end point to write this name. Similarly, I will draw another straight line, but type is dot dashed. Say starting point this, intermediate point this, and point this. Similarly, for this writing minimum, I will draw another line starting here up to here, then going to here. Then at this point, writing minimum using node. Then you can see this circle. Actually, you see these two scales are not uniform. Here you see this is x values 0 to 6 coming up to here, and here 0 to 20 is this much. So definitely the number of pixels along x direction is different per unit number of pixels, and here it is different. Say here it is number of pixels per unit is 10, but here it is 100. So accordingly, this is to be adjusted. This circle will not come. You can draw it by ellipse. This is what I was telling. This circle, if we use this circle only one radius, it will be one ellipse because two axes are different. Okay, which are coming default. One unit is 100 pixels along x-axis and 10 pixels along y-axis. So I drawn one ellipse with this, and that is fill also to have fill circle. Then two radius are mentioned, means it will be an ellipse. This is manually adjusted because it will not come as ellipse, but it is to be circle. Then this is for this minimum one. So this is this plot what is shown here. You need not to, again I am telling, need not to copy. If you have understood, you can use this draw and this node commands to write different text and plotting this. Then let me show some other thing in this way. Say we can draw multiple curves also on the same window using add plot multiple times. Say it is very similar one. What I did, axis, say here I didn't use any axis option, simply axis, let's default one. Then add plot, say this is my sine curve. Okay, this is my sine curve. So sine, then I read dag x. Dag x means angle here to be taken in degree. So I use this dag x. Then I drawn another curve. So I used another add plot command. Now this is my 0.00x 005 x cube curve. 0.005 x cube curve. This is done. Now this is default one. If I want to customize it, you see how I did customization. Now you see I showed this grid. I make this axis line, okay, instead of square rectangle. Now I have used axis. Now my axes are at the center point, middle point. Previously I showed on this left side, now it is here. I have two curves, thickness I increased, color I increased, then default range I changed, -6 to 6, I have made -10 to 10. Moreover, here if you notice carefully, the sine curve, it is not smooth enough. Here you can see if those having background, here you can see this is what it can say, piecewise linear. Okay, piecewise linear means different points are joined by line segments. Here I increase this number of sample points so that it will come as a smooth curve. Moreover, I used here title. I wrote title here. I put legends here. Now you can see so beautiful curves I have presented, and it was the default one. So what is done here, if you see, now you see this axis. What axis is made? Grid both, means both x and y direction grids are drawn. Minor tick num means how many subdivisions will be shown along this axis. Two subdivisions will be shown. Grid style, line with 0.1 point. Line intensity I mentioned. Then measure grid style, I mentioned this different. Then x-axis, axis lines equal to middle. I showed that axes are drawn on this middle. Then x level, x, y level is used. Then legend position is southwest. If you show, southeast. if you saw, it was coming somewhere on the southeast. South means this is taken as upper one north, lower one south. Then this is east and this side west. So south where east means this corner. Then on the top of this, I use some title also, that is done through title command. Title plot of this something did. Then how this function is plotted, this already I showed earlier also. Now you can specify domain equal to say -10 colon 10 means -10 to 10 samples. Now this is another thing coming, samples equal to 200 means I use 200 points. Line with 2 point, color red, and this is it was as before. Now I made for this, what will be this legend entry? It is sign X. So I have written mathematical function. So it is written in $sign. Then I need to draw another curve. So that one I did add plot domain -6 to 6. Actually, since it will be done, usually better to keep the same domain, but for illustrative purposes, I am showing that this curve will be drawn from -6 to 6. Sample points, now it will be used 100, line with this color is this, then this is this. And its legend is this function, it will be typed, and axis and digit. Doing this much systematically one by one, keeping patience, okay? And of course, if you don't have patience, you cannot do all this. You need number of times to run and to check your adjustment. For every part you do and see how things are coming. Okay? Then say the three-dimensional plot, how we can do three-dimensional plot. This might be very interesting one for you. You can see how LaTeX can do through such simple commands. You can see so beautiful plot. Many may talk about, okay, this very simply it can be done in, for example, MATLAB. But thing is, for MATLAB, if you have for other purpose, it is okay. Otherwise, MATLAB package is very expensive one. Or any other plotter for drawing this to be very expensive. Now this one you can see here how it is coming. Say default one is this one for this function. Function is which one here? X cube minus 3x square plus y cube minus 3y square. Very simple non-linear two-dimensional function is taken. So the fxy, that will be a surface. Since now we have two independent variables, so their function, that is fxy, will be a surface. This is the surface with this color bar also shown. Now let's see how you can do this. You can practice this one, no problem. I'm giving time for practicing this. Just note down this command. Only thing, take care, here I forgot to put this begin, then curly brace, tick picture, and this end of curly brace. That I forgot, just you use this. Begin, curly brace, tick picture, and curly brace, and then other thing as you can see on screen. And let me know if you could draw this simple default one. Okay, good. Krishna has done it. So exactly the one I showed here. Region here black and white has come because here it is my in view mode. So at this point it is alerted in this color. If I can get some more response. Bhagmita has done it. Good. Dabojyoti has done. Krishna sir, how to apply color like you're shown in this slide? Okay, Krishna, wait. I am showing you one by one. It will come. Okay, just wait. Okay. Now you see this. This is this default one you got. Now how I customize this? That to get this one. This is the same one. Okay. Only thing you can see how it is customized before going to see this code, see these differences. Now here X level, X, Y, Z are marked. Then this range, it was -5 to this yes, -5 to +5, and y-axis was also -5 to +5. What I changed? -1 to 3. This side, and yes, this side also -1 to 3. Moreover, this color palette is coming. Okay. So these two differences you can see. So how these have come. Now you see what is done. This axis here where you kept this square bracket open means there was no option. Now you can add options, some options. What these options are? X level equal to, in curly brace, that X, then right arrow, comma, Y level for Y, right arrow, and this is for I forgot to typeset here. It is actually Z level because it is not direct coding, but I typed it here. Again, another mistake is coming. It will be Z level. Oh, sorry, no, it is correct. X level style. Style means it is rotated. It is not plain one. Sorry, it is so X level equal to style of X level, that is X level style equal to rotate minus 10 degree, because it is not made horizontal. It is made rotate counterclockwise by 10 degree. So it is made -10. Similarly, Y level style rotate by 40 degree, means 40 positive means anti-clockwise. And finally, Z level, when I'm talking about Z level, means it is the function level. So automatically it will be vertical. And simply after that, you can see one option is given, color bar. This color bar option only has shown this color palette or color bar with intensity of function values. Function values means here you can see what I need not to explain probably. It shows this color intensity wise, value wise, -8 to 0. So these are in axis options. And in plotting, what I did, now you say plotting, now it is 3D plot. So slash add plot 3 to indicate that it is 3D plot. Then I used surf, means surface plot. I can use mesh or surface. So here it is surface plot. Then domain. Domain means X domain I changed -1 to 3. So X domain is changed and other thing is same. So doing this much only got this change. If possible, you just do this. Nothing is changed. Only thing is some options are added. Only few things. It will should not take much time, 2 or 3 minutes maximum. So now Krishna, you have got colored one also. Exactly the one I have shown. Let's see how many others can do it. Anyone else could finish? Devajyoti, could you do it? Okay, these error messages are coming. Just take this mouse cursor to this red bubble to see if there is no error. I would suggest you just omit this extra line prior to this end tickjet picture and see if error vanishes. Otherwise, take this mouse there to see. Let me check errors there. X level this, Y level. Dabajyoti, you please check in plot 3 you used domain equal to minus 1.3. It is not 1.3. It will be 1 colon 3. Here domain equal to minus 1 colon 3. That might be the error. Uppercase Z. Okay, now it's working. Okay, next, let's see what other things. All this cannot be practiced, just I am showing these different provisions. Similarly, you see this parametric plot. Those having this knowledge of parametric plot, they will understand. For all, it is not necessary to bother what it is. Only thing here, x coordinate, y coordinate are separately specified. So it is of x equal to t cos t, y equal to t sin t. The default plot is this one. Default plot means which sample point, number of sample point 100, we got this one, and if number of sample point is increased to 500, it has come in this way. Now you can see this change. Everything is same except this number of sample points, here 100 and here 500. Okay, so how it is done? Other thing I have not shown begin tickjet picture, all this same thing every places. So begin axis, then trig format plots. Trig format plots means it is trigonometric. This format plots equal to radian. It means then x minimum or x min equal to minus 50 pi, comma x max 50 pi. These are different ranges, and axis equal axes are used in both sides. Now plotting this, simply add plot domain this. Okay, now you see this is color, this is this function. Use these two coordinates are used. Okay, instead of single function, now I use this polar one, that is x and y coordinate. And here degree is not written since it is in radian already specified. So this is what we can get in this way. If we see something else, I'm not going to give you time for practicing it because many things I need to show what you can do. Once you learn this basic, other thing you can develop on your own also. Then this is simply legend entry. This is this, what legend entry is coming. Now if we see 3D parametric plot, default one is this and customized one is this. 3D means now x equal to t cos t, y equal to t sin t, along with z equal to 2t. Z axis is also defined 2t. So here what is done? Again, begin axis trigonometric format plots radian, x min, x max, y min, y max is used. Hide axis. Now here I hide this axis means no axis lines are shown. Now view means here it is zx. Those having background of computer graphics will understand. This is rotation about z axis. This is rotation about x-axis. So rotation about z and x-axis. Again, I am repeating today's presentation what I am doing, not for all, but for specialized cases who will be requiring such things. So others may not bother about this rotation about z-axis, x-axis, all this, or polar plot, what it is. Now, how it is done? 3D plot. So add plot 3 domain, x domain is specified, samples 500 samples points are taken for this one, customized, and default one is 100. Sorry, not a default, this 101, and you can see when number of points is increased to 500 how it is coming. Now samples y equal to 0, samples y direction is made 0 to have this spiral one. Otherwise, what would happen? It will be a surface. Simply cone shape will come if you omit this sample y equal to 0. I wanted to show it this spiral, so I made sample y equal to 0. Means don't take any point along this direction to join. Then color magenta. Now I specified 3 coordinates. Now, of course, t will not be accepted, so all are written in form of x. X sin x, x cos x, 2x. And the other one is this legend entry is added here. Now you see this time I plotted another parametric plot. Now instead of add plot 3, I use this add plot 3 plus here, add plot 3 plus, so that these intermediate points will be shown. Say here samples equal to 60 is used, so all 60 points are shown here. What you did so far, you practice there also, where you use this add plot or add plot 3, just you may check it putting plus sign after that. You will get these intermediate points there. Now plotting of data points. This is one another important thing I told. Most of the cases you will have your experimental results, whether computational results or this laboratory based experimental results, you need to plot. So how you can plot? I will show different provisions of plotting. Okay. Here you can define your coordinates point directly on the LaTeX coding, or you can export import from external files. So this is what I have shown. Here it is from coding everything here. So 2 curves are shown from data points. Say this is one, it is shown first one. See again TXZ picture axis. If you look at here, you may find it too complicated. Let me show what is done step by step so that you will understand very easily. X level equal to hour. This is my X level. Y level temperature in degree Celsius. This is for this. Then X mean equal to 0. This is starting point. X mean 0. Y mean also 0. Not default one. I specified this. Then legend pos means legend position, where legend to be produced southeast. So this is southeast point. Legend I am coming to show. Now you see grid. Grid is used equal to both, means both x and y direction grid lines are drawn. Then grid style equal to dash lines. This intensity, color intensity is reduced, gray divided by 50. Very thin painted is made because it should not be prominent, then it will be difficult to understand the actual plot. Now going to plot my say first curve. Add plot, color red, you can see color red, mark square. How this point, since it is data plot, there will be connection of different points. So points are marked with square. So mark equal to square. Then what I am doing, add plot. Now I have data points, so I am using coordinates. I have specified my coordinates here. Okay, so it is done in this way. Coordinates, you can see these are given in this way. Again, I forgot to put here this closing curly brace, otherwise you'll get one error message here. See 0, 20, 4, 15. Writing style, you see all these are written in parentheses, one after another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is at legend entry temperature of 36 2022. This is this one. Then I am plotting another curve. Now what I have done, add plot color blue, then mark star. Now I use this mark star. Earlier it was square, so I have made mark star so that it will be this circular thing. Then another option additional I made smooth. Here you see these points were joined linearly, piecewise linear. Here I made joined with smoothly. So when I did, there C2 continuity is used. Those, if anyone present here having knowledge of computer graphics or computer aided design, they will understand when it is told smooth curve means in this first one, these are C not continuity, point by point connected. Now here, the slopes are also used, means C2 continuity is used. Then coordinates are specified of this, legend entry is marked, and this is plotted. This is how data points are plotted and data points are marked here. Now many times it may be difficult because you will get your experimental value again to put in LaTeX file. No need. What you stored in external file, for example txt format or whatever, you can import the same one. Say here I am showing one 3D plot. Okay, very simple, very short command. Say you have three sets of data points. Say there are 4 points in each set. Already I mentioned that if there are different data points, we can use same file but one blank line to show these different groups of data points. Say this is one 4 points, 3 coordinates xyz, another set 4 points this, these are 4 points. These are for surface plotting. Those having this background, all you need not to go to understand it. Those having background of surface plotting, they will understand about these coordinates. So if we have these coordinates, we can plot this very easily. You can see what is done. Axis, this is already what I told, x level equal to x, y level y, z level z. Now you see add plot. Now what I did, add plot 3, because 3D plot optionally I am telling sharp means plot surface. You see smooth surface, colored surfaces come. Now table in place of, now unlike earlier I don't have any mathematical expression, or like previous example I don't have coordinates points here. Instead what I did, table, this is the name of my data file. This is this data file. Because of space limit I put this here, actually it will go below this. And when I use this data plot here, name of this data file, this surface has generated automatically. See this much command only if you have experimental data in this way. Simply use this data file. Now I cannot give you to practices because it will take time to have some data generated or to copy all this. If you want, you can have this, simply say you just take a snap of this and practice this. Take screenshot of this and practice later on. I suppose one or two will be taking snaps, so I'm just waiting for a while. Only thing I'm telling, this is not in this way. This group will go as the third group below of this. Because of space limit, I put it here separately. Next, let's see plot of selected columns of a data points. Many times you have big data files and you need to plot different data points. Such an example is shown here. Okay, say I have these three plots. In first plot, I use this x index 0 means first column, y index equal to 1 means second column. In the second plot, all are almost same thing, data plots, data file I have used, only additionally these columns I am mentioning. In the second plot, x index equal to 0, y index equal to 2 means second column. In the third one, x index equal to 0, y index equal to 3 means first one is indicating this x-axis, and along this I am using different columns for having different plots. Say these are indicating different scenarios. Three plots are coming. Only difference here, this in table where with data file name is used in table, this optionally column names are given. X index equal to y index equal to means column number starting from 0. Now if you have CSV file, those having knowledge of CSV comma separated value, in such cases what we need to do, only thing we need to use additionally call sep equal to comma. In this table where data will be read, there one additional thing. Moreover, here you see if your data file has heading, column heading, then instead of column number, you can use heading name also. Say x equal to hour, y equal to Jan, here January, then call sep equal to comma, means comma separated. In second plot, x equal to hour, y equal to Feb, means February, column sep equal to comma. Similarly, third one, x equal to hour, y equal to March, call sep comma. Just comma separated files will be read and plotted. Scattered plot, similarly we can do scatter plot. If you have knowledge, this distribution of points will be shown with line intensity. Similar way that color bar, if we use color bar option, will also be shown. We can use bar chart, very similar way. Say we have this data file. Now all this same, if you want to use bar chart, instead of this add plot, everything will remain same. Only thing you need to use here, say bar, y bar or x bar. I used y bar, means bar in y direction. So instead of curve, this bar has come. Then I could use this bar width also optionally. Then yes, this much only. Either x bar or y bar you can use for having bar chart. Other things are same. Bar plot with inclined level. If you want to, space limit is there to have your normal level here. Okay, say these are this name of my 4 family members, not coming in this way directly, I could not write, so I am making them inclined. Say x tick level style equal to rotate 45 degree, rotate equal to 45, anchor east means east direction, it will go from east, means it is aligned on this east and inclined 45 degree. I could manage my space there. And here I used coordinates. Coordinates also you see very interesting here. Coordinate I could use by name also. Say here Dilip 7, Madhumita 9, Devasri 5, Tanusri 6, like that. These are coming here. These options are not available in most of the other plotters. I don't know if any plotter has, but most of them don't have. What you can do here directly using this axis label as coordinate points. Then plot of polar functions. You can do these polar functions also. Say polar functions, if you have this knowledge, t sine 3t. It is a plot of t sine 3t. Similarly, if we go for radian plot, this is t sine 3t plot. Then polar plots in Cartesian coordinate, we can draw in this way. So these are different provisions, not all very simple. Some simple cases I have shown what we can do. Next, let's see pie chart, otherwise it will be incomplete. For this, you need one additional package for drawing pie chart, PGF pie. But most of the LaTeX distributions don't have this package included. It may be included in future, but it is recently developed package, so it is not yet included in distributions. I will share this file separately. You just keep in your working folder or upload in your this overlay, then thing will work. See here what it is coming. Here plot is done simply using this pie command. Pie means pie chart. In square bracket, there will be optional argument, and in this curly brace, this mandatory. And it will be again in the TickJet picture environment as before. Inside this, how it will be done? See this optional field here. It could be, because pie chart, it could be say position XY if you want to rotate. Then pi radius you can use. Then color of different segments, there will be different segments. You can have color of different segments if you want. If you want to explode any component, you can use explode. Then what will be the total summation, you can specify. Default, unlike our manual plotting, generally we divide the circle into 360 degree for plotting pie chart, because one revolution equal to 360 degree, it becomes convenient if we divide into 360 degree. But here it is done by default into 100. That we can change here by this. So here let's see a few examples very quickly. How it is done? You see this one is drawn very simply. Begin TickJet picture scale as before. Now only this line command is used to draw this pie chart. How? Pie, there is no option, and in mandatory say 30 slash math comma 28 slash physics, 25 slash chemistry, 17 slash English. Now since by default it will be divided into 100, so values are taken in this way that summation is 100. This total summation of 4 segments will be 100. Then it will be drawn in this way percentage. Now here you may see what happened. Same thing I have done. Only difference here you can see. Now these 4 values are used. For example, now you see 68 rice, 180 oil. Now default one, this 100 is exceeded. So how it is done? Sum equal to auto. Auto means what is this total, that will be used as total divisions. Now here instead of one circle, number of circles have come. Okay, how it is done? Before you see text equal to legend, then cloud means instead of showing in this way, it is distributed into cloud. Then scale fonts, this font size you can see different depending upon the value of each circle. Font size is adjusted. Here it is smaller one, so font size is small. Here bigger, big one. Then before number, here I used values only. So before number, I use this, say rupees, come this words rupees. And after number, comma means after number I don't have anything. Means here there is nothing. Okay. And text legends means text are legended here in this way. separately it is shown. In this way, we can have different options. Very quick, if you want to take snap, you take this snap, you will get it. I'm explaining in very short. Say first one, how it is coming. Position is mentioned, radius is mentioned, color is mentioned, and these are different values. In second case, you can see these values have come inside, math, English, all this inside. How it is coming? Text equal to inside. Simply I mentioned text equal to inside to put all text inside this. I used rotate also to have some rotation. In the third one, what I did, I used exploded. So explode, I have four different segments. So first one I exploded by 0.3. So zero point 0.3 it is gone, and others 3 0 0 0 means these are not exploded. So these are coming continuous. In the fourth one, I am telling total sum to be 100. But what value I am providing, these values are less than 100. So three portions are plotted, and minus 100 minus this means what is left to be 100, that is put as blank. So this is how it is working. Then we can go for others also. Say here you can take, if you want, you can take snap immediately. This is polar plot. So we can use very simply one option polar. Then since telling polar, we can use radius also. Different radius values will depend upon the individual values. Text will go inside. Other one, inside of polar, I use this square. Now you can see all these are coming. In this way, automatically adjusted different segments, but overall this is coming inside a square. So this is done under this BGF Pi newly developed package. In 22 it is developed. I will share this with you. So this is what I had to present, and I am telling you I have conducted this workshop in number of places in offline mode. This is first time conducted in online mode, and this is first time I could cover so many materials because I could speed up here. This plotting, this drawing plot and pie chart, I could not cover in any offline workshop. This is first time I presented this plotting. So tomorrow's session will be, of course, yours. Anything, any question from your end that will be addressed. I will have nothing from my end, but to take your doubts only and closing one. So this is for from my side. Thanks a lot for your patience in listening the boring presentation. I don't know how much I could make it satisfactory to you. I think time is over. It may get automatically disconnected also. So very quickly, anyone, anything to share? Okay, some cases today also screen was not visible as mentioned. Kogita Ragar raising hands, clapping this. Anything you want to ask? You can unmute yourself and you can speak directly if you have. Okay, then I can say this is the end, and tomorrow's one will be your session only. So from my side, it is over. Very quick, 1 or 2 minutes probably are there to get this workshop terminated automatically. Before that, if you ask something, please unmute and directly speak. Okay, seems no one has anything to say, so let me stop from my end. Good night to everyone. I'm just closing this.